envelopes. In your pack you've received also a couple of greetings cards with envelopes. I like to mix and match. And what you can basically do is everything you put on your postcard you can put on one of these cards. And I just wanted to show you about an envelope. I've included a big brown envelope with things stamped on it because these are really useful if you want to send more than one postcard. Just check your postage. But what I wanted to do is take the envelope apart so that you can see how they're constructed. And what you can actually do is on the piece of card that I've supplied with you, you can cut round this and with the card make yourself a template so you can use that again and again. And it means you don't have to be stuck with a brown envelope. I've got some really nice wrapping paper here that I'm going to use to make a really nice map coloured envelope. So, but I'm going to cheat because I've got everything here in front of me. I'm going to use my new and favourite piece of equipment that I didn't get in time for your packs to go out. But you can make your own from the envelopes that I've given you. I'm taking my wrapping paper and I have got my envelope template, which is great excitement, and it's really just very quickly to show you what I do with that. Obviously it's a large envelope, but it would just show you how simple the envelope is. And if you've got wrapping paper, I was really thinking ahead for Christmas paper. There we go. You can get very good quality wrapping paper, as you probably know, in Paperchase, or alternatively I've even used fabric. So I'm now going to cut this out, and this is just to show you with your template that you make from your envelope, you can actually make your own envelopes too. So we're just chopping around this. I'm afraid I haven't got an overhead camera, so I hope you can see this. And apologies, the dog has joined me, he's snoring. Okay, so I'm going to cut around my edges. And what you could do is mount your wrapping paper onto nice red card or gold card, or even put fabric on the inside. But remember, anything that you make that is too heavy will add to your postage. That's one thing to be careful with if you're making cards. You want them to arrive intact, so you sometimes might have to pay more than a first class stamp. You might have to get a large letter stamp. So, and have a bit of a practice, even practice with newspaper. I enjoy Continental magazines that you sometimes get at airports, because the typography is lovely, but you get to make things and they look quite different. So what I always do is fold along the lines outward first, and the reason for that is it just gives you a very nice edge to work with. Got that there. This edge here, and this edge here. Then what I do to get a really nice crisp edge, I showed the girls and chaps in the workshop, you just do it again, score it with your finger, and you really get a lovely precise crisp edge. It looks like it's been made in a almost like to factory standards, which we're making these, so we want them to look as nice as possible. But again, you can experiment, and I just say I'm going to be making envelopes any spare moment I have, all my wrapping paper I've got left over. So what I do now is the glue that I use is a PVA glue, but I like to mix it with a bit of water because it just seems to last a bit longer and it gives you more fluidity. I think I left you with a glue stick. That should be fine for this, but you might want to, if you were doing a lot, I always use a nice paintbrush when I'm gluing, because gluing can be quite annoying and it's nice to have it to spread. So the bits I want to stick are this. I hope this comes out the right way for you, and here, and then you fold this piece up here and then you fold that across. You fold this across here. You might have to trim this very slightly. It's like making something that you almost need to try things on as you go. Well, I certainly do. What that's given me is quite a nice little roomy pocket there. But what I am going to do is just nip that slightly. And nip that one there. And what you will need if you are using this to send it in the post, it's a lovely map. But what I'm going to do is use an envelope, and it's for my sister. I've made her a postcard which I can show you later. So I put the postcard in there. It should fit once it's made. Now what you might like to do is use a bit of double-sided tape there, or if you were worried about sending that, or just put a tiny bit of glue and then people can just open it. I'm quite pleased with that. So that's your handmade envelope, of which you can make. So I'm going to put that away, and then I'm just going to show you how you can transfer some of the lettering I gave you onto the back of your postcard. See you in a moment.